Okay, I know that this group we have 61 students, 61 practical students. Like, can you hear me?
Can.
Okay, do you know how to record? Okay, I'm asking because now Google Meet has no facility for UITM staff to record. So that we need to use another app to record, so that I don't know who can uh, help us to record. Are you aware about that?
Yes, Prof.
Nadira, can you help?
Prof, I can help you. Hello.
Yeah.
I can help you to got this meeting.
Okay. Any software or any apps that you use?
No, I'm using my laptop, Windows Z, and then just click the recording to record. This my PC. Dia memang ada, memang automatic dalam laptop ada.
Okay, thank you. Because if I using window recording, I cannot run from another screen to the other screen, so that I need someone to help me. Because I know that there are other apps to be used, but I not yet install the apps, so that I cannot record, so that I need someone to help. Thank you very much. Okay, let me see. No idea, Mira, you can help me. Thank you very much.
Okay, sure, no problem.
Okay, some of you I taught last semester. With me, 15 students from ED to 497C. Okay, you had attended my class, and then the other two groups, even though that I did not teach last semester, but anyhow, I keep closely in touch with Dr. Call about your class. So I might have some information about your study lah, okay? So that based on today's briefing this morning, actually I also attended, so that it's related from the content that we discussed, okay? So that I would like to share about supervisor's expectation. Okay, later maybe you can ask me question from time to time during this session. You can just unmute and then ask question, okay?
Okay, Doctor.
Thank you, Anis. Okay, now tentatively we have 54 students. I think this morning we forgot to take attendance. Okay, it's okay. Later I will take attendance. I will take attendance, and then I will do some reporting. Okay. Okay, let me present here. Now, First of all, I would like to share that it is really challenging become a teacher, okay? To become an educator, whether as a teacher, as a lecturer, as a tutor, okay, it's not easy, okay? So this is what I want to share about that, the challenges, and now why we need to be here and also to attend briefing, okay? Definitely you will say that you want to complete your practicum and hopefully you can properly go through and with excellent result, even though that you are not given A, B, C, but it is recorded. Okay, I'm going to present now. Later I will share the slide. Okay. Okay. Properly go through with me. I'm so happy to share everything here. So definitely I follow up with what we already discussed this morning. Okay. Can you see the slide over here?
Yes,
Yes.
we can see.
Okay, good. Now, even though that this discussion is uh, really same from previous semester until today, but however, I would like to further discuss about our current situation. Okay, I add something that what happened and what we should do. Okay, definitely this morning you already go through together with Dr. Joseph about what you're supposed to do. Okay, what's supposed to do is exactly what supervisors expect. Okay, so from our perspective, we would like to add something. Okay, you already well informed that you need to submit. You need to submit this one, all these things. Where you have to put in is a file. Okay, you prepare a file. Okay, then you have to put in your timetable, like Dr. Joseph explained. Okay, you need to put in a school academic calendar. Okay, and you also actually all this one you need to put in into your teaching file. Okay, teaching file. Okay, how to prepare your teaching file here? It's a normal file. Okay, normal. Like what you see here. Can you see here? This is the file that you use. Okay. So you have divider. You see different color. Okay. So you will indicate lah. You will label this one. Okay. So you will put in your timetable, your calendar. Okay, Rose report. Actually, Rose report is another task that you need to complete. Okay, are you aware about Rose report?
Yes, but we don't actually know how to do the report itself.
Oh, okay. Later I will show you the format Rose report. Okay. Now, this one, like just now I said that the file that you need to prepare, you also need to include Rose report. You don't need to include in the file, okay? But you need to put in also lesson plan and also where supervisor comment actually is in the lesson plan. After you already complete a lesson together with the supervisor, your supervisor will give you a comment. So that comment you include in the lesson plan under reflection, okay? So that here reflective journal is another thing that you need to complete. Therefore, here you have three major parts. The first one is the teaching file, okay, where you include the necessary template that Dr. Joseph cover, the template, together with lesson plan, okay. And the second is Rose report. The third one is reflective journal, okay. Any question?
So far, no. So far, so good.
Okay, thank you. Okay, stop me when you find that you need to ask something. Okay, so this is a file that you need to hold and then you put in the template that Dr. Joseph presented this morning. Okay, so the template, after include the template, you have follow up with lesson plan. So you need to submit to the school, to the headmaster weekly. Okay, so divider is important so that you can see, you can flip over clearly, okay, usefully, and also you can arrange it properly. Okay, okay, what to do? Like Dr. Joseph shared this morning, you need to inform your supervisors. Okay, if your supervisor not contact you, you need to contact your supervisor. So in between 2 weeks, you need to talk to your supervisor when the supervisor will come to visit for the first visit. Okay, then you have to set a date lah. Okay, usually you will contact your supervisor. Okay, I received, yeah, I also received my supervisees, okay, message yesterday. Okay, that one is about my supervisor is about my AE supervisees. Okay, so about practical, I have not received, but I'm going to contact them. But if they say your supervisor not contact you, you need to contact your supervisor. Okay, so for the first visit, actually what you're supposed to do. Okay, sorry, I need to highlight here about your school calendar. Sometimes your school has event or exam week, the supervisor cannot come to observe you. You need to inform your supervisor 1 week, at least 1 week before that. Okay, so you can adjust the date. Okay, so to be short, you need to closely contact your supervisor. Okay, now first visit. Okay, first visit. Actually, first visit, maybe you will a bit nervous lah, because you even though that you already gone through your micro teaching, but to teach in school is a bit different. The difference is the people that you need to face. Okay, the real students. In micro teaching, you the students actually is from among yourself, but in school it's different and environment is different. Okay, so first visit, you need to be well prepared. Okay, what to prepare? Mentally. Okay, mentally you have to well prepared. But however, when your supervisor visit the school, maybe you need to guide your supervisor to see the principal. Sorry, ejaan salah. Okay, tak apa. You need to guide your supervisor. I think your supervisor also know what to do lah, but you just be aware saja lah. Okay, be aware that your supervisor need to meet your headmaster, and then the mentor. You have to tell them who are the mentors. Okay, so if possible, bring your supervisors to meet the mentors. Okay. Some school, maybe some school they still running online. If online, then you also need to be aware that your supervisor and mentors must know each other. Okay, you must be aware. Okay, now start from next week, all the students go back to school. Okay, I don't think so that we have online class, but so our focus here is on face-to-face. Okay. So we put down online because in case there are classes online. Okay. Okay. Expectations. Okay. Now, definitely, lesson plan is very, very important. Okay. Do not prepare in last minute. You have to prepare in advance. Say that today you are free. You can start to prepare by today lah. Okay. Why we need to do so? Because you can revise many times. Okay. to see the appropriateness of the lesson. So the content, especially how to deliver, how to engage. Remember how to engage students. Okay, how to engage the students, you have to just imagine how to engage them. Okay, usually when you come to the real situations to engage the students, you need to do a lot of questioning. Okay, you have to question. Why? Because you are stimulating their mind to think, to further think. Even though that you want to them to involve in activities, you also need to give clear instruction. Okay, so the questioning, uh, for example, even though that you provide instruction, you need to question a little bit, to ask some question to let them be aware. Okay, so the use of teaching aids, this one is another things that this morning actually we already properly be introduced the teaching aids. Okay, but here I would like to add that teaching aid is not just mahjong paper. It's not just this mahjong paper. Okay, you can create story. Story is also teaching aids. To make it interesting and attractive, you can create story by using picture, photo. Okay, definitely you can use video. Okay, but one thing you have to remind yourself is whatever that you use, you need to meaningfully use. Cannot just display and ask the student what is this. You just cannot just ask what is this. Okay, you need to create some story and you let them engage in the story and ask more questions. Okay, or just do not just ask what can you tell us. Do not ask like this. Your question must be specific. Okay. Sorry, there are some typing errors here, spelling errors. Okay, it's okay. Expectations online, definitely we are not focusing on this one because we all now turn to physical class. Okay, I would like to stop here. Any question?
For now, no.
Okay.
Prof,
Yes.
I want to ask you two questions.
Yeah.
First, you said before that the supervisor and mentor need to I have to introduce the supervisor to my mentor. So during the observations, during the online observations, for example in Google Meet, do I need to invite also my mentor? I mean like macam nak cakap, the observations need to have
Together. Observe together.
supervisor and mentor together.
Okay. Have you contacted the school? No, not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. Start from next week. All secondary school students, they will go back to the school. So all the classes will be face to face. So in case our class is online class, okay, yeah, you just let it be nature. So means that once your supervisor want to observe, your supervisor observe himself and herself. No need to engage your mentor, no need. But you need to tell your supervisor who are your mentors. And your supervisor will talk to the mentors personally. Okay, the supervisor will contact your mentor, but not the mentor contact the supervisor because we we as a because we host this program and this project or this task to contact the mentors. Okay, so we are the host, so we need to do so. So the same thing, if physical, you also need to let your supervisor know who are the mentors. So your supervisors will make their initiative to see the mentor. Okay, but not the other ways. Not the mentor see the supervisor. Should be supervisor see the mentors. Okay. Alternatively, you can ask your mentor permission to give their handphone number to the supervisor, but you must ask permission. Okay, so that supervisor can contact the mentor in their own way, whether face to face or through handphone. Okay, is it okay? It could be happen that the mentor and the supervisor sit in the same class to observe you. It can be if the supervisor arrange for it. Okay, everything is depend on supervisor. Supervisor will arrange. But for the mentors have their right to observe anytime. If the mentor and the supervisor come to class together, that one is special arrangement by the supervisors. Okay, let us go to this one. This one, I believe that you are good in online teaching and learning. But however, this is just introduced about the software, the apps that we can use in case, okay, we are supposed to conduct online class. Okay, like Dr. Joseph introduced about set induction, it is a bit deep. We must make it interesting. Okay, to what extent is interesting is fully use whatever we prepare. Okay, you not just looking into the preparation, but you have to think about how to use. Okay, so this one you can, I believe that you can go through many websites and get the idea. About recap, I want to highlight recap because as a lecturers, we observe the students in practicum. We found that the problem with recap. Okay, do not just highlight what have you learned yesterday. Do not highlight in this way. If you want to recap, you have to properly organize. For example, do storytelling and apply the knowledge that they already learned. But do not directly say what you have learned. That one, please avoid that one. Okay? Okay, the body of means that the development of the lesson. Okay, body means that the development of the lesson. How to be creative. You see, you need to go through the textbook properly. So creatively use the content of the textbook, okay, to not just deliver, but to engage your students. Engage. Now, thinking about the engage actually is a big task, very challenging, how to engage your students. So you can see that here we have colorful material over here. This is one way to engage. But not just by display. It's just that how you conduct activity and how you do the discussion based on this material. Okay. So how to be that? You must create something challenging. Okay. Later I will share with you how to be how to make it more challenging. Okay. Mind mapping. Why it is you need to do so? Mind map. even though that this is not really my map, but it is very useful by looking into this one, deliver the concept by not by showing, by engage the students to put in the idea. You can see here is a box. Here is a box. But it's just a box. It's just a diagram. But this one will be fully used to engage the students, let the students try. How to engage the student is by asking them, for example, what is the highest, what is the lowest, ask them to put in, okay, name this figure, name this figure, okay, so that it slowly engage the students to think, because when you ask question, they think more, okay? So that what you can do here in the conclusion of the lesson, do not just ask them, what have you learned? Do not ask this question. You need to be specific. For example, this one, the conclusions are done by using this diagram, okay? To ask them to look into the range, how to find the range, how to find the mode, ask them to repeat by using this diagram, okay? Do not ask them what you have learned this today, okay? This is another diagram to make conclusion. So this diagram is very useful for you to make conclusion of the lesson, okay? So how to do that? You can just, maybe you can prepare the blank, okay? Then you can, maybe you can put in a few part, and then you ask the students to complete a few part, or maybe you can ask them to explain some part, okay? Or maybe you can ask them to name, to provide the name, the subtopic, okay? So these are the meaningful way to make conclusion. Okay, so it's another example, as many example over here. Okay, so basically the conclusion means that overall idea that they already discussed. Okay, so these are some innovative method. Later maybe you can go through. Okay, not only limited to this link, but you can go through many links. Okay. Okay, remember attitude. Okay, I believe that all of you are good, because I did observe your study, even though that I'm not teaching you, but I did because we are in one group as a lecturer, so that we always observe your attitude. Okay, so be positive, come early to the class, and MC, be careful of the MC. Avoid MC if you need MC 3 times only. Okay. You must provide reason, but you need to provide MC lah. Okay. And be good to all the teachers. Listen to them. Build good relationship, and engage yourself in activities, in school activities, and help them. Always contact your mentor. Okay, to be short, you need to build good relationship among the committee member. Okay. Okay, tips to be a good teacher. Okay, first of all, do you think that you can become a good teacher? Now, this one is discussed because it's get you prepared how to become good teacher. Now, your purpose here is to go for another step, practicum. But please take this opportunity to prepare yourself for your future. Okay? Okay, why you take this opportunity? Because not everybody can go to the school and teach. Okay, your parents cannot just walk in and teach, but you have opportunity to be but tentatively you are just a pre-service teacher, you are practicum students. It's okay, but you take this opportunity, you just imagine that you are now a teacher. Okay, so you need to experience yourself of teaching. With that experience, actually it help you a lot in your future interview, because if you want to become a teacher in school, you need to go through interview. Okay, so the experience here uh, is barely actually is a need for you to really go through this experience, and so that you have something to share in the interview. Okay, so I hope that you can properly maybe look forward that what you can do with, with your teaching and learning. Okay, so it make you think one step further. Okay, one step further means that not only practical, but your as a teacher, your future teacher, how to uh, make yourself prepared for your interview. Okay, so even though that we state down here how to be a good teacher, definitely to be a good teacher, we must have positive value lah. Okay, positive value means that not only ourselves, but to student and to the learning community. To student, we must think about student. Okay, for example, today I come here, I would like to share about this. Definitely, I put my effort to think what can I share and to prepare some good input for you. Okay, why? Because I'm thinking uh, of you, that you need to gain something. Okay, after this session, definitely I want to be fair. I not just discriminate, focus on ED 247 249 7C. I taught before. I not focus on them only, but to everyone, not discriminate any student. Okay. So how to be creative and use psychology to attract the students? Now, first of all, we must have in our mind that our purpose to go through this practicum, not because of the mark, not because of the grade or anything, but with the right attitude. Okay, you want to learn, you want to get experience, and you share your experience. Okay, then you have to engage yourself. You have to think about how the students learn, because currently we can see that students are not motivated. So you have to look into one more step, how to encourage the students to engage themselves. Okay. After the pandemic, I do know to what extent the students back to normal lah. Maybe they are really not motivated. Okay. So you have to think about yourself how to play a role to motivate the students. Okay. So there are many tips to become a good teacher. Anyway, my own tips, to become a good teacher, you have to go through the process. You have to feel it. You must feel. You must think, because it's very subjective. And you have to spend your time. Okay? Now, I go to reflective journal. Okay? This morning, you are shared that reflective journal is flexible, and this morning you also asked me question about when to prepare. Is it the first day? Okay. Yes, it's the first day to prepare, But during the first week, not much to write. You can just simply write a few sentences about what you have done, what you have go through during that week or that day. Dr. Joseph did share that you need to contact your supervisor to confirm to what extent their expectation of reflective journal. Okay, but anyhow, I would like to provide tips on how to write. Okay, so far, any question? If I could call your name, then I will call here. Please ask me question, or I ask you question. I also have many questions to ask you. Okay, my question, are you clear about reflective journal, what to write? Based on this statement, the statement over here, there are 4 components suggested. It's just suggested, not compulsory, suggested. Okay, the first one, you record your experience, your event. Okay, what happened? For example, you go to class, you teach calculus. Okay, with certain content. So what happened? The students confused of certain concept. This one already happened. Okay, contemplate on the experience, what you plan. So you already got this one. So actually what you prepare and what you plan in the future. So you share about your feeling, your thought, your reaction, and make conclusion. So this one, analyze the experiences working with the students and relate it to other experience, to your previous experience. As well as, if possible, you can relate to the theories. Theories means that teaching and learning theory, okay? Actually, this one happened because of the students not really well communicate, because the communications is a major part in this learning. So based on what theory is said, so if possible, okay? Actually, theory no need to state it is okay, to share is okay, but it's just that a way to come out good reflective journal. So basically, it's based on the 4 components. Okay, to be detailed on this each component, what you can record on the experience, I provide some example, okay? So the experience, you can describe who involved and what happened, okay? About contemplate the experience, what are your reaction, what happened, so what are your feeling about what happened, what are the positive aspects and negative aspects of that situation. So what have you learned from this, okay? So you analyze your thought, your feeling, you analyze. So what was really going on, and was everything is as it appeared? Okay, what's going on? So what sense can you make from this situation? You feel sad, you feel disappointed, you feel some hopes. Can you integrate learn theory? Maybe you have some theory to integrate into this particular experience. So can you demonstrate a better grasp of what occurred and how this helped in your overall development? So it's just that a bit deep into that, you just look into some development as a teacher. You learn from experience. This one is to express your feeling, how you learn from your experience. Okay, conclusion. What can you take away with you from this experience? What can be concluded in general, in a specific sense from the experience, and analyze and the analysis you have made? So what will you do differently if these types of situations happen again for your future. So what steps, if any, will you take based on what you have learned? So what are any other steps that you will take from what you have learned? Means that you look for future, okay? So for improvement, or if you got best practice, so how you keep on the best practice, or you modify from your best practice, and how you share. Okay? Is it okay with this reflective journal?
Yes, Prof. Prof, can I see again the slide of contemplate?
Contemplate. Okay.
Yes.
Contemplate. Okay. Plan. Okay.
Okay, Prof.
Plan on. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Again, this reflective journal that I share here is just that one way to do. Okay. So why I share this one? Because just now I said that we want to get experience from here to prepare ourselves for our interview in future. So this reflective journal is very important for us to gain the experience. So you can keep the reflective journal, you can bring to the interview and share what you go through, what you have gone through, and what you feel, and your future plan. So very good. This one is very good on proper plan as a for the content of reflective journal. Okay. Okay. This one. Actually, I have one program. It's called Partnership in Writing Lesson Plan. This partnership is my project, and together with a few researchers in Faculty of Education, where we have one group of lecturer conduct a project where this project is looking into how our students means that pre-service teacher prepare themselves in conducting a good lesson. Okay, so that's why we have this partnership. You are invited to join this partnership. This partnership is between Faculty of Education students and lecturer. The lecturer are limited to a few. Okay, not all lecturers involved. Okay, so if you join this program, you can upload your lesson plan to a folder, and we will help and give suggestion to the lesson plan as a second opinion. Okay, so that we are looking forward to see that as many as possible our students benefit from this program. Okay, so you are free to join. Okay, you can join from today lah. So you can prepare your lesson plan and you upload to the folder, and in your lesson plan you please put in your contact number, your phone number, so that we can contact you lah. So maybe if you are interested, you just take note. Maybe you scan now and you keep your link. Okay, you think about that. So I give you time to scan or keep the link. Okay. Okay.
Okay, Prof.
Okay, this is the drive. Okay, if you are in this group, you need to scan this one to upload your lesson plan. This is the drive for you to upload the lesson plan. This now is for registration. This one is a drive. You also scan this one, okay, to keep it. You scan first. If you don't want to join, it's okay. Okay, you scan, you keep it first. Okay, okay, good teacher. Okay, so that this is what I want to share. It's not easy to become the best from the best mathematics teacher. Okay, first we have to focus on knowledge, okay, the subject content, so that you have to properly go through the textbook, and please enjoy and appreciate the content in the textbook, because the textbook actually the content are very good, very good. And knowledgeable about theories. Theories means that how to teach from the theories perspective, what is the best for different group of students. For example, maybe you will teach very weak students. They are weak in the certain class, for example, very difficult to teach. So you have to think about how we can help them. Okay, so you have to relate to the theory. Okay, so you must believe with the theory and carry on the theory. For example, my belief is all the students can learn. How to learn? Because they are so weak. So I believe that I believe from the perspective of theories. Okay, students must go through. You also know basic knowledge. But what are the basic knowledge? But the problem here is the students' attitude. They don't want to listen. They don't want to get to the basic knowledge. And they just sit down and they do nothing. Even you ask them what you cannot understand, they also cannot answer. Okay? So you have to go back to the basic theory. You have to look into stimulus, how to make them think. Okay? So like Piaget said, you need something to stimulate their mind by using picture, by using photo. Okay, so you have to create something to express the idea by using photo. Okay, so it also said that the cognition occur when the information come in. So you have to think about how the information can come in. Okay, with the specific picture, you have to ask more question based on the picture related question. Later I will show you example. Okay, so you also have to appreciate how students learn and become able to do mathematics. How students learn is what I said lah. Students sometimes their way of learning is different, so that you have to look into that. This is what I discussed from this book. Okay, this is highlighted in this book. Okay, so that you have to look into reflect what students learn, what they have learned, what they know, what they don't know. Okay, so you have to think about how to help them and reflect on how students think. So this one will help them in to come out significant effect on students' achievement. Therefore, communication is very important to connect. Example. Okay. Usually how we teach this one, okay? Now, usually the student will go through step one. Step one. What is the step one here? Any answer? Step one and step two. You go through the process. Step one, this one you change to
Convert to improper fraction.
yes, you convert into improper fraction. And the operation, you also need to look into the operation. So these are the normal process we do in a class, okay? But what Ball said in 1990, okay, he said that how do you promote understanding of this process? The process is that, but how you promote the understanding? Okay, so here it provide an example. Okay, how to make it, how to develop the understanding. Okay, so example here is asking the question, provide maybe a picture of something. Here is burger, here is burger. Okay, so this one actually I directly copy from the book. How many half-pound burgers can you make out of this figure? Okay, so means that half of this one, okay? So do you think that this is some things or a way for students to think further and emerge in their, and also engage themselves or create immersive learning? So this is how we can show appreciation of knowledge. Okay, so that this is in sentence. You also can put in by using a photo. You bring burger, ask them to do the cutting. Okay, so that this is definitely this question is easy for us to do in this way. Maybe calculus a bit difficult, but you have to think about how to engage them in thinking. Okay. Okay. Now I found that it's very interesting to include STEM element in learning mathematics. This is what we can see in this article. Okay. Okay, now I shared with you this article about STEM, fostering mathematical creative thinking. Okay. So here is one activity you can see here. This one, okay. This is framework. You see, I enlarge this one. Okay. Now, this is a guide, a guide. Okay, how to integrate or incorporate a STEM element. Okay. Now, what we understand about STEM, you definitely will tell me science, technology, engineering, mathematics. Okay, but here actually we have to look into the process of integrating this element. Okay, now the process always come from thinking. That's why it comes to creative thinking. Okay, for example, just now I share about that question. The question is about operation of fraction, but however I create into sentence and create into one context, let the students think. So this is about STEM. STEM is something must start from thinking. So indirectly, the context can be anything, can be burger, can be machine, can be planting, can be anything. Planting of looking into the size of the land or anything, but it comes from thinking. Okay, so we have to focus on creative thinking so that you can see that how you integrate STEM. Okay, so when you have this one, then we can focus on ethno-mathematics, on innovation, some innovation over here from the observations, then we can engage the society. So talking about the engaging of the society is something that the project we can do lah. So for example, just now a simple question that I present just now, that question actually later maybe you can come into some innovative product based on the process. Even that just one question, the question that I looking into from the fraction, but you can create into some situation, some context, okay? Okay. Now, creative thinking is come from the component of elaboration. You elaborate more, not just by one statement, but you elaborate, you switch into context, situation, okay, and etc. Fluency means that accurate, fast, means that is directly to the point, clear. Flexibility is flexible on switching into many situations. Okay, then to become creative, definitely originality is important. Okay, so I close this one. I go back to the slide here. Okay, so this is from the latest sharing about fostering mathematical creative thinking ability in 21st century. Is what we are targeting now. Okay, ability in 21st century. Okay. I would like to highlight actually, I believe that you attended this webinar. Betul tak? You still remember tak? Masih ingat tak webinar ini?
Technologies allows the schools to focus on what the IT systems deliver to learners and teachers.
Masih ingat tak?
Macam mana benda yang kita buat ni daripada STEM tu nak jadi kepada STEAM. Sebab saya kata saya orang STEAM. Pada masa tu saya tak ada, orang kata apa, tak ada kefahaman yang orang kata apa, yang macam sekarang lah. Jadi saya kata macam mana saya nak masukkan arts dalam benda-benda STEM ni. So dia kata kenapa nak masukkan arts, dia kata. Sedangkan dalam engineering, dalam matematik sendiri tu pun dah ada arts dia. Nampak tak macam mana cara dia berfikir tu. Dia sendiri nampak sebenarnya benda-benda arts tu dah ada dah, sedia ada dalam engineering. Kita mana ada benda engineering yang tak ada arts kat situ dia cakap. So saya pun macam tu.
Okay, you still remember or not? Pernah hadiri webinar cikgu ini? Pernah tak?
Tak pernah, Prof.
Tak pernah, Prof.
Saya tak pernah.
First time dengar.
Oh, first time dengar.
Senior
I thought
rasanya. Senior.
Betul. Alumni kita. Dia sangat terkenal dekat Kedah. Dia memang cikgu yang cemerlang, super cemerlang lah. Okay. Good. Ada webinar apa tentang STEM yang pernah hadiri? Anyone can share? Nanti saya show satu lagi. Tengok you all ada hadir tak? Yang ini pernah tak? Masih ingat? Okey, apalah ini dia punya ini the apa password over here. So I enter the password. This one pernah tak?
kat sini. Mungkin kalau mic tak bising kan, terus buka mic pun tak apa. Kan sebab tak ada gangguan kan. At least kalau saya tanya tu adalah juga sambutan dan anything lah kan. Sama seperti jugalah kalau macam saya dapat maklumat daripada Prof Teoh yang jadi pelajar akan pergi tak lama lagi nak pergi latihan mengajar ya, praktikal. Tahun ni juga ke tahun depan? Tahun ni ya. Itulah kalau tahun ni cabaran online kan, sebab kalau UPM student saya pun baru start praktikal dan online kan. So macam mana online nak memastikan penglibatan dan supaya tak shock sendiri tu sangat penting lah sebagai seorang guru, especially guru praktikal. Okay, so sebelum saya mulakan mungkin saya semua berfaham kan bahasa PM saya ni. Boleh ya? Kalau boleh saya pasal yang baik-baik korang ni, yang baik-baik korang sedikit korang pun ni lah baik-baik korang ni lagi kreatif kan. So saya dah besar umur zaman saya nak umur 30 lebih ni kurang kreatif. Bila saya tengok boleh buat macam ni saya pun macam masuk YouTube, saya cari macam mana lah nak buat ni kan. Kadang-kadang saya tanya sekolah terus ni, kau buat macam ni, saya nak macam ni juga kan, nanti bagi tahu kan. So sama-sama lah melalui.
Okay, the sharing here is sama-sama. Okay, so you can make it. Okay, you are so creative also. Okay, now attended this one before? Pernah tak?
Tak pernah juga rasanya yang ni.
Tak pernah juga. Tak ada experience of webinar untuk STEM. Ada tak siapa-siapa pernah ikut webinar STEM? Tak pernah?
Sebelum ni ada pernah join macam presentation webinar dengan universiti dekat Indonesia sini tak silap.
Berkenaan dengan STEM, betul tak?
Dia macam ada cerita pasal penggunaan apps apa tak yang dia create dalam phone, so students dia boleh guna untuk projek geologi dia.
Okay, just I share just now, STEM actually is something like engage the students in thinking. Okay, it's a process of thinking by integrating the element of science, mathematics, technology, okay, and what else are science, technology, engineering. Okay, so we can see that science, technology, engineering, mathematics itu adalah actually the behind on running the STEMs. Okay, but anyhow we need to focus on thinking. Yang itu sangat penting, thinking. Okay, thinking on creating, okay, to be innovative. So what do you think about your creativity throughout the years from the first year until now? Have you gone through something like what you feel like STEM? Ada tak? Macam you all conduct project kan, project mesti ada project yang nampaknya involve a lot of thinking, creation, innovation. Ada tak? How about your project in method of teaching? Do you think that you engage you also include STEM? Tak ada. Tak boleh rasa STEM. Even though that this one, okay, I would like to highlight, okay, the process of thinking, you can see the cutting of the half. This one involves cutting down, dividing, cutting, dividing. Okay, the idea of cutting, dividing. The cutting itself can be anything down, can be science, can be engineering, but it depends on how the creation of the situation that you do. Yang ini maksudnya dia cutting, dia divide into half tau. Yang benda ini divide into half. Okay, yang benda ini, this one can be anything that you can create some situation. For example, land, satu bahagian tanah untuk ditanamkan. Kemudian you want to divide the land into some part on hydroponic, some part on maybe fertigation. Kemudian you kata this part is maybe a bit difficult, you need just a small land, so you have, first of all, you cut into half part. Okay, so that these are something like you plan into farming. The farming itself is already technology kan. So the students will engage themselves in the situation of some technology environment, and they need to solve some problem in the planning. Okay, so this is about STEM lah. Faham tak? So based on some content knowledge, you create into the situation in solving some problem. Itu adalah STEM. Boleh faham?
Faham.
Yeah.
Okay, Prof.
So to become a good teacher, you have to be creative sikit lah. Creative. The purpose of creative is to engage the students, to develop the students' thinking, so that our government, actually, when you come to interview, the interviewer will be very happy on looking into your creativity. So actually, currently, our ministry actually working on taking teacher directly to send to school based on the subject. Based on the subject means that maybe even though that you major in mathematics, but maybe they will give you, they will ask you what subject you want to teach. We only have sejarah, geography, okay, and maybe bahasa, okay, BM, BI. So what you want to teach? So you select based on the critical subject. You not post by your major, by the subject. Okay, so that you need to be creative. Even though they major mathematics, but you still can teach other subjects. Okay, so you just be aware, be creative. You must convince other people that you can teach, even that you do, major in mathematics. You can include this mathematics idea into geography, into history. Okay. So this is why the STEM is important. Okay. Okay. So now this is the end. You have any question before I ask you to take attendance? Any question? Okay, I would like to introduce this webinar and this webinar. These two webinars are good. You can go through this webinar. Later you can go to the link. Okay, and then you just you not only listen, but you observe, you think what you can do. Especially Cikgu Nohaimi, actually I really respect and appreciate his sharing. Very innovative. Okay, any question?
Prof,
Ya.
Google Form yang tentang lesson plan tu semua orang kena isi ke?
Tadi saya kata partnership itu
Yes.
bukan semua. Siapa yang berminat untuk join sahaja.
Oh, alright.
Siapa yang berminat saja.
Okay, lagi satu tentang journal. Journal tu memang based on supervisor preference ke macam mana? Sebab saya
Okay. Journal, reflective journal betul tak?
Yes.
Okay. Reflective journal is a must compulsory to do. Tapi the format is not fixed. Format itu bukan fixed. Okay. So it's depend on your supervisor. But however, you need to write the reflective journal by days. But normally it's by days. But some supervisor prefer by week. For myself, I prefer by day so that you have a lot of experience of sharing. Because there are connections of one lesson to another lesson so that you can see clearer. Okay, so the reflective journal, like Dr. Joseph explained, you need to type. Okay, you keep. Okay, and then you need to show to your supervisors, maybe by email. You ask your supervisor their preference, they want to be email or they want to be hard copy. Okay. And the content that I share about reflective journal is just example. Okay, example how to write. Okay tak?
Okay, Prof. Thank you.
Any other question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Regarding the ROS report, does this mean that we also need to ask the supervisor about the format?
Rose report lah.
Yes.
Okay. Rose report, there is a format. Okay. I don't think so that this morning has been shared. Tak ada kan? Betul tak? Okay, let me show. We have format. Rose report. Okay. There is a template. Okay. I share the format is a example from my student. Actually, it's similar. You can modify a little bit. Okay. Let me find the. Okay, when you need to prepare rows, when? Is there any time limit for you to prepare?
We have a due date until 22 April.
22nd April. Okay, you have 3 weeks. Okay. First of all, you must know the school. You can search internet, the school background, the school curriculum. Curriculum means that their curriculum structure means that from they involve what kind of curriculum, whether they have DLP program, whether they only include students until Form 4, until Form 3, okay, or maybe the school have Form 6, what kind of curriculum they have, okay, and also the co-curriculum, what kind of co-curriculum, facilities, the culture, okay, these are the things you survey lah, okay. So whatever you can take from internet, you search first, okay, and then you need to take photo, their environment, their facilities, okay, and then you must know the organization, okay, who are the headmasters, and then the teacher in charge. So you must know their structure, okay. So whatever you can take, you the information that you can find, you just find it. You cannot, then you go to the school, you ask permission from, you get the information from the school. So I'm going to share a sample. So other than that, what else? Okay, but I know, are you interested in the partnership or writing lesson plan? Because that one, the partnership means that it's not related to your supervisors. It's just that the group will help you in looking into your lesson plan, give suggestion so that you can have a second opinion of preparing your lesson plan. Okay. Wait, let me get a sample to you for you. Any other question?
Can I ask about the partnership?
Can.
Is it something like we need to submit the lesson plan regularly or just whenever we want to ask for opinion?
Okay. Because the partnership has one objective, to assist the students to come up with lesson plan, so that you need to commit yourself the first few weeks. Okay, first few weeks to look in, monitor the progress, and then no need to go through the whole process. It's just that a first few weeks, find that you are okay already, okay, or maybe continue a few weeks to make sure that you are okay lah. To look into your progress, okay, and you can withdraw anytime. If you don't want to join, okay. But since that the lecturers put their effort to help, so you are advised to join first few weeks, at least maybe 5 weeks, okay, to look into the progress. Just want to observe the progress, okay?
Okay, Doctor.
I thought that you are given the format of writing roles, so that's why I'm not prepared. So that now I go to take one sample for you, okay? So you're not really prepared. SMK. I think all of you SMK. MRSM, is there anyone MRSM? So I just give you one example, introduction. I'll give you in what PDF lah. The one that I share with you, actually, you can just, you need to, the content, you cannot fully follow lah. You just follow the format only, okay? Don't follow the content, but follow the format. Okay. So while waiting for me to send to you, any other question?
Prof, nak tanya. Masa observation tu kan, kalau sebelum-sebelum ni kita ajar in Malay,
Okay.
and then tiba-tiba masa observation tu kita kena ajar in Malay juga ke ataupun English?
You be free tau, be natural, be natural. Be natural means that you go to the school, you follow the school culture. Be natural. Okay. But writing reflective journal is English. Boleh faham? Kalau school pakai BM, you pakai BM. Kalau school pakai kata boleh pakai BI, then it's preferable pakai BI. Okay ya?
Okay, Prof.
Ya. Sample post. Report. Okay. Okay, I put in attendance in the link. You can just click the link and answer the survey. Okay. Actually, today's attendance, I put in a survey. I just want to survey saja lah. Okay. The survey actually is our project. Is my project. It's my project about applying STEM in teaching and learning, and STEM element in your learning in university. Means that to what extent you already prepare yourself towards the STEM teaching and learning. So I just need your help to answer the survey, to help the researcher in faculty to complete their project. But at the same time, I take attendance. Is it okay to you?
Yes, doctor.
Okay. I put a link for you to answer. And at the same time, take attendance. I ask you to put in your name because it's just the purpose of taking attendance, okay? But definitely all the responses will be kept confidentially. Okay, in the chat box. Okay. Okay. Bismi, what you said kami tak join Prof, senior kami yang join apa? Oh, about the STEM webinar. Okay. Now in this survey, I asking about STEM knowledge as well as STEM seminar. Even though that you do not have STEM webinar like I shared just now, but you just imagine whatever STEM webinar that you attended lah. Tadi you kata kita ada attend webinar berkenaan dengan applying stamp from Indonesia. So you just assume that you have one stamp webinar lah. Okay, because this survey I want to survey also about webinar. Okay. Okay, you take time to complete the survey, and also at the same time I take opportunity to take the attendance based on the name in the survey. So now I'm preparing a Google Drive for you to take Rose report. Okay, can you get the link over here? The one I just put in for the Google Drive. You download the slide and also Rose report. Okay, thank you very much. I can see your feedback. I'm reading your feedback. And you must be aware that STEM is our uh, our ministry's focus. You can see STEMs everywhere and introduce, and especially now you can see the integration of the STEMs is a need in agriculture. And what our country are facing now is a lower percentage of students in take STEMs subjects and also STEMs career. So that it's a time for you to take opportunity to be ahead of other people. At least you prepare your STEMs idea and you bring your idea to interview. I hope that you prepare from now, be aware that you attract interviewers' attention on STEMs. I received many good idea on the plan that you in the plan regarding incorporating the STEMs. I'm reading. I, I can see that you have a lot of effort. Yes, I agree. You have to plan activities. Basically, you write in all the activities. You can see how the stems come in. Okay, it must through activities and thinking. Yes, teaching aid is important. Let the student think about that. Okay, good. For those already completed the survey, you please go to Google Drive, take the slide and take the rows report, and please ask me question if you have any other question.
Prof,
Yes, yes.
boleh saya nak tanya berkenaan dengan Wi-Fi?
Boleh.
Earlier you said that we have to submit to the supervisor, right?
Betul.
So do I need to post it?
About what?
Wi-Fi, yang dokumen dalam file tu.
Wi-Fi ini adalah untuk your record in school tau. So that each week, usually Friday lah, you need to submit your perancangan mengajar. Perancangan, okay, perancangan means that your lesson plan for the whole week the whole week to office. You still remember, actually all the teacher in school, they need to submit their perancangan mengajar weekly after they complete their 1 week lesson. So that you need to prepare your lesson plan in advance. Tapi doesn't mean that you need to prepare for a whole week. The lesson plan need to be certified by the headmasters, maybe the principal. The principal will take it, okay. Maybe penolong will certify, okay, mengesahkan the whole teaching of 1 week teaching. 1 week teaching means that from Monday to Friday already, which already over lah, sudah lepas lah. Sudah lepas mesti ada perancangan mengajar kan. Then dia kena sign. Okay. So since that you need to submit by Friday, and then you need to be advance lah. Monday punya lesson kena ready lah. So meaning that once you submit to the office, you already prepare for the Monday. Okay, at least Monday lah or Tuesday together. So that you only get back on Monday. So that Monday tak tergesa-gesa untuk prepare kan. So you already have your lesson plan. But anyhow, you can be online lah for supervisor, so that you can just submit, and then supervisor nanti akan provide a lesson plan for her, for him. File itu adalah untuk sekolah tau, boleh faham?
Faham Prof.
Sebab sekolah treat you as teacher, so that setiap cikgu mesti submit perancangan mengajar, so that you need to follow lah. Attendance 59, sepatutnya adalah 61, okay? Okay, it's okay. Bukan 61. This morning 61. This morning I tak perasan berapa. Okay. I just want to share about some feedback from last semester. Okay, last semester I taught ED 2496C, and I keep in touch with your lecturers who were teaching. Siapa? Dr. Kong. She taught you also the same code so that we also share something about progress and also about improvement. So well done, good feedback. Okay, and I would say that you are good. It's just because that the language sometimes is because of the language even though the project also because of the language so that is not means that if not score A does not mean that you are not good. You are good. Okay, so that it's just that what you have done previously, you just implement what you already completed. Okay, you can be a good teacher. From our evaluation, you can be a good teacher. Okay, so definitely improvement is from time to time. Okay, you have any say to me? Any last word to me?
Doktor nak confirmkan balik.
Yes.
So lesson plan yang telah diverifiedkan principal tu itu ke yang perlu serah dekat supervisor?
Tak. I just want to explain macam ini ya. Sebenarnya supervisor itu dia bukan tengok semua lesson plan, betul tak? Dia akan check kecuali you all ada masalah dengan lesson plan. Dia nak lesson plan masa mengajar. Sebelum dia observe, dia nak lesson plan itu. Jadi katakan next week dia nak datang, tapi dia tak bagi tahu bila. Okay, dia kata next week, tapi tak tahu bila. Then you have to send all the lesson plan lah. Kalau dia nak datang hari ini, esok ke, semua lesson plan kena hantar. Sebab dia nak tengok lesson plan masa mengajar. Boleh faham?
Ya, doktor.
Kecuali supervisor kata, dia nak tengok semua lesson plan. Then you have to tunjukkan semua lesson plan lah. Ikut kehendak supervisor. Tapi kalau supervisor tak minta, you kena hantar, kita kena hantar lesson plan untuk observation. Okay? Katakan kita tak pasti bila nak observe, jadi kita kena hantar the whole week lesson plan lah. Katakan kita sudah tahu esok nak datang, then you hantar lesson plan esok. Okay? Tapi untuk file itu adalah untuk sekolah. Lesson plan untuk setiap hari adalah untuk sekolah. Okay? Dan supervisor akan tengok setiap reflective journal. Untuk reflective journal, semua kena hantar. Okay? Boleh faham?
Faham.
Faham, doktor.
Betul.
Okay, I take opportunity sebenarnya saya sudah ada, saya ambil kesempatan untuk tengok lesson plan the previous one dengan saya group C, definitely lah saya sudah tengok lesson plan lah. Tapi group A dan B, saya telah ambil peluang untuk tengok balik lesson plan. Saya nampak untuk kumpulan C saya sudah bagi komen, tapi untuk kumpulan A dan B saya nampak ada yang lesson plan memang bagus. Saya nampak sangat bagus lah lesson plan. Ada beberapa lah. Cuma hari ini saya tak bawa. Kalau boleh share, saya boleh share sekarang yang siapa yang sangat bagus. just my message to you, okay, since that you already answered a survey to help me for my research, actually it's my research, okay, definitely I will keep the data confidential, okay. Semua maklumat akan dirahsiakan cuma untuk kebaikan research nanti, untuk penggunaan research. Dan saya ambil kebenaran untuk saya guna pakai lesson plan yang lepas, iaitu lesson plan untuk khusus MAE 574. Saya nak minta kebenaran untuk dapat, sebenarnya lesson plan ada pada saya sebab saya minta daripada Dr. Cole dan kelas saya sendiri. Saya nak guna pakai lesson plan ini untuk analyze data. So if let's say you all not agree, you can contact me personally. Kata jangan pakai lesson plan untuk data, untuk penggunaan data, sebagai penggunaan data. Jadi kalau I did not receive any message from you, I assume that you agree for me to use your lesson plan as my data. Okay? Ada siapa-siapa not agree tak boleh bagi tahu saya, so that I'm not going to retrieve your lesson plan as input in the research. Okay, I just want to explain about my research, okay. Currently, I'm running a few research about STEM in teaching and learning, okay. So one of the research is about how students can apply ability, their ability and how they apply STEM in teaching and learning. This is the first research, okay. The second research, I'm looking into how STEM can be integrated for employability, okay, to sustain for sustainable employability. So how to integrate that element for sustainable employability. So this is my second project, okay. So that anyhow, if you're interested with any project, you are welcome, okay. I got work to do, I can take students for research or anything lah. So you are welcome. So tentatively, I have one research assistant from outside to help me lah for the project. So my project, one of the project will be run in greenhouse. Greenhouse dekat UiTM tau. Greenhouse dekat sini, di mana I apply all the STEM element in greenhouse. Kalau you nak ikut saya ke greenhouse pun boleh, silakan untuk aktiviti dalam greenhouse. May I know, you all know about greenhouse? Apa kegunaan greenhouse?
Prof, greenhouse bukan tempat yang banyak pokok-pokok tu ke?
Greenhouse. Greenhouse untuk pertanian. Untuk penanaman.
Untuk kekalkan suhu.
Apa?
Untuk kekalkan suhu.
Yes. Greenhouse ini adalah untuk protect plants daripada serangga. Tapi one thing, greenhouse itu sangat panas sebab dia pengudaraan ada sekatan lah, sebab dia dalam house kan. Tapi greenhouse itu dia boleh dapat cahaya, dia macam ada boleh dapat cahaya, boleh dapat udara, cuma protection daripada serangga. Serangga tak boleh masuk.
Prof, greenhouse tu dekat mana dalam
Greenhouse
UiTM?
Greenhouse itu dekat sains kesihatan belakang, tahu tak galeri Fakulti Pendidikan? Galeri Fakulti Pendidikan belum siap lagi. Dia adalah untuk student art. Belum siap lagi. Tapi dekat belakang sains Fakulti Sains Kesihatan. Dekat mana? Dekat building sebelah kita, tapi at the end ada satu car park yang sangat besar sebelah roundabout kan. sebelah roundabout
Prof
ada satu
putih.
tempat yang sangat besar dekat Fakulti Sains Kesihatan itu. Okey. Susul daripada sana masuk round ke belakang bangunan, ada satu jalan untuk up ke satu bukit yang satu bukit lah, satu tempat yang jauh sikit lah bukit. Dekat hujung itu ada greenhouse. Tapi one thing greenhouse tu sebab dia macam dekat hutang tau, dekat sebelah dia banyak pokok-pokok. Jadi ada binatang. Kena be careful tau. Jangan pergi seorang-seorang ada binatang. Binatang itu akan keluar pada masa tertentu. Okey? Pukul berapa dia akan keluar? Siapa boleh tahu?
Binatang apa tu, Prof?
Binatang apa?
Bahaya ke? Binatang bahaya ke?
Binatang bahaya. Bukan bahaya sangat lah, tapi dia musnahkan tanaman lah. Jangan pergilah, nanti dia pun dia pun tak tengok melulu saja, dia lari nanti langgar pada kita.
Zee hutan lah Prof.
Babi hutan yang kacau. Pukul berapa dia keluar?
Selalu malam Prof. Babi hutan.
Petang-petang pukul 6 ke 7 ke malam-malam. Petang sikit lah. Kan petang-petang monyet pun keluar kan?
Mostly malam Prof babi hutan keluar.
Oh yes malam
Sebab kampung memang babi hutan keluar malam-malam je Prof.
Oh. Dia musnahkan tanaman lah.
Yes.
Mengapa? Dia lari-lari kemudian dia korek-korek.
Dia selalu cari ubi kadang Prof.
Dia cari ubi dia cari ubi. Okay, tak apalah. Can together with me lah. Saya pun nak mendidik anak-anak kita supaya jadi terkenal dan ada harapan masa depan. Okay, jadi bolehlah kita tengok apa yang patut kita buat. Tapi my aim here is to bring you to become a good teacher. Okay, STEM sekarang be aware lah STEM Bila interview, you kena fikir macam mana nak bring up STEM. Sekarang ministry dia fokus pada STEM. Jadi seperti apa yang saya bincang tadi iaitu STEM itu tak ada apa, cuma you kena integrate the thinking, develop the thinking to become innovative. Itu adalah STEM. Sebab kita sudah dalam bidang mathematics, definitely STEM lah, faham tak? Jadi cuma kita nak integrate saja konteks dia, okay? Boleh?
We will try Prof.
Boleh doktor.
Sudah lupa kampus. Kampus apa? You kampus itu gambaran kampus sudah tak ada. Sudah hilang gambaran. Ingatan pun hilang. Sudah hilang kampus lupa kampus Bila nak datang kampus?
Bila boleh face to face Prof.
Itulah fasa 2. Sebab itu micro teaching you sudah tak ada micro teaching fasa 2. Tak apalah, kita jumpa dekat sekolah lah. Nanti I visit your school kot. Saya kalau tak pergi bukan your supervisor, nanti I can go to make chance to visit lah kalau ada kesempatan. You appreciate every moment, okay? Memang kita tak boleh patah balik, tak ada U-turn. Okay, happy to see you. Boleh? One last
Happy
word.
to see you.
Okay. Boleh Boleh. One last word from you.
Wish us the best Prof.
Okay. Okay. I pray for you, for everybody. Okay, boleh. Bye.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you very much.
Prof,
Recording.
Thank you,
Yeah, yeah.
Prof.
Thank you, Prof.
Recording itu
tanya
ada
lagi.
recording.
Thank you.
Untuk
Thank you,
recording ni,
Prof.
Prof,
Ya.
untuk recording saya nak hantar pada Prof macam mana?
Boleh. Saya tuliskan apa-apa you all kalau nak contact saya lah, ambil handphone saya lah. Saya tulis handphone lah. Siapa-siapa nak contact ni boleh. Okay? Okay. Saya pakai handphone lah. Okay?
Thank you, Prof.
Saya pakai dalam chat box. Apa-apa
Thank
saja
you,
boleh
Prof.
contact,
Thank
boleh
you.
contact saya. Okay? You want to share anything also can. Okay?
Okay, Prof.
Sudah ting-ting ah. Oh. Thank you. Bye. I'm so happy to together with you. Okay.
Thank you, Prof.
Bye.
Bye, Prof. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof.
Prof,
Yes, yes.
nak tanya,
Boleh.
kalau yang Rose report tu kan, reflective journal kena send dekat supervisor, and then Rose report pun kena send kat supervisor juga ke?
Betul. Betul.
Okay.
Throughout the session of practicum, apa-apa saja contact supervisor, okay? Apa lagi tak faham boleh tanya dia. Even lesson plan tak faham pun boleh tanya dia. Nak consult dia pun okay, apa-apa saja, okay?
So submit to the supervisor at 22 April.
Yes, betul.
Okay.
Tapi as possible before lah, okay?
Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
Prof.
Okay, bye. Good luck ah, all the best.